Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Yes, sir. Coming at you, yeah. Thursday, March 19th. What's happening, fam? How's everybody doing? Wish I could hear you. Great, grand. Wish this was live so we could interact back and forth because everyone's so nice to me. That's cool. The comments would be so nice if we did a live stream. What's popping, fam? Headed to the rodeo tonight with the fam. Looking forward to that. Had a grand old birthday. But speaking of grand, in London, it is going down. You got Mosarv Ivalov. Before we went live, we decided to listen to Mosar's name a bunch of times. It's all over the place. And we all know I struggle with those weird names. Mosarv is we're just going to call Mosarv. Lerone Murphy is your main event. I think between the two of them, they're 37-0. Here's the thing about this fight. If you're a casual or you sometimes check into the UFC, you watch the fights on Netflix, I got news for you. This fight is a better fight, a more technical fight, a more skilled fight than anything on the White House card, than anything on that MVP card. These are the two most talented fighters competing this weekend than either of those cards. If you don't realize that, consider yourself a casual. And there's nothing wrong with that. The word casual gets thrown out like it's a bad thing. I guess if you think of yourself as an expert and someone calls you a casual, it's a bad look, but whatever. So when I say casual, I just mean like you probably don't know Mosarv. You probably don't know Lerone Murphy. You might, or you might have seen Lerone knock out fucking Aaron Pico, but you're not going to stop what you're doing to watch this fight because it's not Ronda, Gina Carano, it's not Nate Diaz, Mike Perry, it's not Ilia Topuria, Justin Gaethje, it's not a Conor fight, it's not Jon. That's by casual, I mean you only tune in for the big fights. To me, that's a casual. Like it only hits your radar if you're like, oh shit, Nate Diaz is fighting. I love him. Is he still undefeated? You're like, God damn it.
Yeah, there are people that they'll do that. They'll throw out the casual thing so hard, and to me, they always sound like a Brooklyn guy in a coffee shop. Like, you don't know, I've known this band for way longer than you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And it's like, yeah, I mean, there's probably like different levels of there's like the casual who only watches like the big fights. Then there's the mid-level casual that watches like these fights. Like this is like, but then they don't know who's on the undercards and stuff like that.
Yeah, or like casual to me is like my dad's a casual. Like he's like, man, you hear Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao fighting him? All I heard, and I'm fucking mad.
Yeah.
There's like casuals like that, or like at Starbucks or Summer Moon, people are like, man, how about Conor McGregor? Think he's coming back? Like that's a casual. Like They only know the big stars. Mm-hmm. All good.
Yeah.
And then the hardcore, the majority of the roster.
Yeah.
The majority.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. But all I'm telling you is if you were on the fence about this fight, A, we're doing a fight campaign for it, me and Joseph Rogan on JRE at 3 p.m. Central Time. So that's a reason to tune in. B, it's a more technical, more talented fight than anything on the White House card or that MVP card. So maybe that can sell you. And they're both undefeated. They're between the two of them, the record is 37-0.
I actually have a casual question for you.
What do you got?
Because London fights are usually at a different time zone. Are they fighting early on in London?
I think London's 7 hours ahead.
I think, yes, 6 or 7 hours.
Is it 6?
6 or 7 hours, I think.
Might be 6. Current team.
Hold on.
Current team. So it's 5 o'clock there. So that's 6 hours.
Yeah, 6 hours.
So if it's 3 here, that's 9 there.
Mm-hmm.
A little late, but it could be worse. Because I used to make them fight at like our time. It would start at like 7 p.m. Pacific, which is so fucked up to do to those fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Tom Aspinall was like fucking fighting for a world championship, he was fighting at like 2 a.m.
Yeah, that was brutal.
So rude.
Mm-hmm.
So rude.
Did I ever tell you how fucked up I got? Because I didn't know the time zones difference. And I went to do shows in London. And I was with my ex, and she's like, just so you know, we're going to be landing at 7. So I drank like 3 cold brews on the flight, thinking I was going to get there for dinner time. And I saw the sun coming up, and I'm like, oh,
You fucked up.
7.
That's 7. You fucked up. I've never been more nervous to do stand-up than when Chin was with me when we were in London, because I didn't think they would pick up like the terms or like the references. But I'm a caveman and I'm a casual when it comes to that stuff. Of course they do, because they listen to the podcast. So they know the lingo. They got all of it. They're like the best crowds ever. They're in Dublin. We're the best crowds ever.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Australia, remember that, Chin?
Too. Yeah,
Australia was great.
Too.
Australia, I wasn't too worried about. Really, London and fucking, especially Dublin, I was like, we'll see how this
Ireland,
goes.
we had like, you had the red carpet treatment everywhere. It was amazing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I was doing like pub shows out there. So that's
great.
They're awesome crowd. They're just fun people.
The best.
The best. But maybe that'll sell you on this card if you're thinking about it. And I'm fucking crunk, because my perfect weekend, when I'm on my deathbed, I'm like, what was the best time ever? It's when my son has 2 games Saturday morning and there's a big UFC at night. That's my perfect Saturday. And we just got the schedule for his travel ball tournament this freaking Saturday, which is local. Thank God it's in Austin. And his first game's at 9 a.m., which means his second game will probably be around 11:30, 12. So I'll be able to make both games and make the companion. We cook it.
It's a good day.
Oh, my God.
Also, even if you're a casual, fucking, if you don't know shit about shit, Michael Venom Page fighting is always going to be...
He's must-see TV.
Yeah.
I've
loved him for years.
Me too. He's a special dude, and he's one of the rare Bellator guys that come over, and he's having success. Not the same success he had in Bellator, but his fighting style is so hard to adapt to, and you can't bring in training partners to adapt to his style. So you get one shot at beating him, and it's when it counts. So it's very, very difficult.
Even Shara Bullet, I was like, damn, he couldn't even figure him out.
He's a nightmare. He's a nightmare. He's the man. That main event, so goddamn good, though. But we were looking up the DraftKings odds. I don't like it. It's so disrespectful to Lerone Murphy, because he's a plus 205. I feel like this is a minus 120. Like, this is a toss-up to me. This is a toss-up. And you know, Lerone Murphy got shot in the face. You guys know this?
No.
Yeah, he got shot in the face.
What do you mean?
He like missed 2. Yeah, he got shot in the face. Look it up. Peaky Blinder style. Got shot in the fucking face, dude.
As of right now, I think Lerone Murphy is 4-0 in his last 4 fights, right?
He's undefeated. He had one draw, but he won the second, third round, but lost the first one 10-8.
Is he undefeated? He's undefeated. Yeah.
It's like 18-0 versus whatever the fuck homeboy
they're
is.
both undefeated.
So on Saturday, 25th of May, 2013, Murphy, having just left a barber shop getting a fresh fade, it says, on Lloyd Street South in Manchester suburb, was shot by a gunman. Lerone was hit by 3 bullets, being hit on the face and neck twice. Due to his injuries, Murphy had to get a set of fake teeth and a tiny shard of bullet permanently embedded in his tongue.
Oh. Also, more of a knife crime country. You would have thought.
Yeah, he's like the first guy to get shot.
Shot him.
I know. Dudes do be getting stabbed in England. But again, AUFC, could you tell his story a little better? The guy got shot in the fucking neck twice, in the mouth, and he has metal in his tongue.
How do we not know that?
Can you tell us?
I'm just hearing that now.
Can you tell his story? Mm-hmm. And then he got in a car accident recently. Like, the guy's been some fucking tough times. He's also super exciting. He's also really fucking good at fighting.
Also, with his luck, would not want to hang out with him.
No, probably gonna lay low on chilling with him at the pub.
Hey, do you want to go? No.
I'm gonna lay low, man.
Busy.
This coach just says, I got shot in the face. I like it. Clean, simple, to the point.
You can't see any like damage though to his face. It's pretty good. Hold on.
A little bit on that cheek.
So believe, and you spat the bullets out, is the way he described me. Could you tell me a little bit more about that's amazing?
Yeah, so basically before I started MMA in 2013, I got shot in the face. A few little things were going on at the time, but when that happened, it turned my life around. I ended up getting shot. Changed my mindset a bit, got into training. That took me off that took my mindset off that kind of thing. My energy changed, and I just ended up loving it. So, yeah, here I am now.
Were you targeted specifically there, or was it? Did you?
That's
was
Pete
it a
Carroll
mistake,
doing the
like,
interview. I
or
love
what
Pete.
happened there?
I'm not too sure. I don't really want to go into it like that. But it's a crazy thing. Yeah, it's a big turning point.
I assume some sort of gang activity. You just don't get shot in the face after getting a Philly fade.
Yeah, and then you don't. And plus, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want. It's like something.
Yeah,
something
that's street.
happened.
That's street, Chip.
Yep.
Can I say something that might be slightly racist? Why do all black guys from England sound like white guys? They don't sound like black. Like black dudes here sound like a black.
They don't sound like an urban black guy here.
Yeah, like a black dude. If you hear like a black guy on the phone, you're like, oh, that's a black guy.
Right away.
Right?
Yeah.
But if he called me, I'm like, I don't know, there's just some British.
They don't have that culture over there.
Is that what? Yeah.
I think so.
But even like Asian, when we went to Australia, Asian people have the Aussie accent. Like then you're like, this sounds like just a straight up Australian dude. Yeah, not Asian.
Yeah.
Australian.
And you don't want to be racist,
Australian.
but also speak different, right?
Yeah.
'Cause you're freaking me out. You're freaking me out.
It's like if he called you, you'd be like, that might have been Michael Bisping.
Toss up. Yeah. Is that Bisping? Is that fucking Tom Hardy? You know? I was trying to pull something there. Couldn't think of any fucking British guys. But Murphy's a badass.
Yeah.
He's a badass. I'm rooting for Murphy.
Are you?
Yeah. Yeah. If I was going to put money on a fight, I'd put money on him. His takedown defense is really fucking good, especially for being English. And then on the feet, Mosarv, he'll entertain the feet if the guy's not great on the feet. Like his boxing's not bad at all. It's pretty fucking good. His kicks ain't shit. But I just don't see him standing with Murphy for too long because he will get so fucked up.
Yeah. I mean, Pico, the way you put Pico out, like, I mean, I would love, that's a fight I'd love to see again at some point. Aaron Pico get his.
He got some work to do, but I hear you.
I don't want to say comeuppance, but
But look at him just doing work. Edson Barboza, Dan Ige, Josh Emmett, Aaron Pico.
But yeah, he's more fun to watch than most are.
Yeah, like wouldn't you? Well, whoever wins gets the title shot against your boy Volkanovski. Whoever wins it's a fun match to see if Volk can figure it out. Because Mosarv, it's like that'd be dope to see. You know, obviously Volkanovski can wrestle his ass off, so that'd be fun to see. With Murphy, it's like his stand up's so fucking good. Let's see what happens there. So either way, whoever wins, it's a good shot at the next title. But I'm rooting for Murphy. He got shot in the fucking face, y'all.
yeah, I will say that division is getting stacked. Like you got Volk at the top, you got these two guys, you got my man Captain Argentina, fucking who knocked Emmett out. Like, and Emmett's not even a slouch either. Like,
No, hell no. I mean, he's older.
That whole division is really building.
Yeah, I love this fight.
For a little bit, it wasn't that. It was kind of.
It's getting weak. Well, you get Max Holloway, Volkanovski a bunch of times, right?
But then, like under them, it would be like.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
But now, even like on the lower levels, Aaron Pico is a good fighter.
Great fighter. He just has, there's some issues there. He needs to clean up.
His problem was the fact that like he can't get away with certain tendencies in the UFC that he was able to get away with in other, like keeping his hands down and stuff like that. Like when he would shoot for the takedown, but his hands would be down. And
Pico's a tough one. I love him, and he's actually a prodigy when we talk about prodigies. For whatever reason, and he's with Jackson, so I figured maybe Greg Jackson, if anybody's going to figure out, it's going to be Greg. He has so much fight in him that he doesn't have any control. So he sees blood and he just goes for fucking broke. And especially at this level, it happened in Bellator even, but especially in the UFC against a guy like Murphy, they're going to use that aggression against you and you get fucking starched.
Yeah, they cap.
So he just has to fight more like a professional. Like what he's doing now, he'll beat 90% of the guys out there until you get to the real pros. Then they're like, oh, you're just an aggressive pit bull? That's easy.
Yeah.
And that's what Murphy did. He went, well, cool. And
was it spinning back fist he caught?
Yeah.
Spinning back elbow?
Elbow.
Elbow.
Fucked them up, dude.
There was two, but that card had two back-to-back spinning
The
elbows.
card was great. Yeah. But then speaking of Bellator, right? Like Pico came from Bellator. He's kind of got dealt with, especially after this one fight. Tough fight for him, but that's where the level he's at. And then you look at like Patchy Mix, it didn't work out. Pitbull, Patri didn't work out. The one guy who's kind of figuring out is Michael Venom Page because of his style.
Out of all of them.
Yeah, especially out of those guys. He's most successful. And this is why, and I dig it with how Michael Venom Page is kind of speaking out, being like, talking about fighter pay, which I love. Just talking about how kind of the UFC kind of screwed me over. Like this fight that they gave him, he's like, it doesn't do much for me. It's a big fight for the other dude, but for me, it kind of sucks. Not to mention the reason that they're kind of disciplining Michael Venom Page for whatever reason. They went, oh, that's your close training partner that you've used for multiple camps? Fight him. Hold up. You're telling me there's nobody else on this fucking roster? How many guys do they have? You have to give him the one guy that he's trained with a bunch of times to get ready for these other fights? You know how fucked up that is? The other thing is this how you know they're mad at Michael Venom Page? Whenever, this is generally the case, there's some exceptions. Whenever two fighters know each other well, the fight doesn't go good. Yeah. Like when I fought Arlovsky, we were training partners. At Jackson's, we trained a ton together. I knew what he was good at. He knew what I was good at. And we would counter those, meaning we'd kind of nullify those out. I knew what he was really good at. He knew what I was good at. So we'd nullify those out. The sparring wasn't that exciting, but he wasn't in the UFC at the time. He was fighting other leagues, so we would train together a bunch. And then when he first signed back with the UFC, they called me. I'm like, dude, this doesn't make sense. He called me. He's like, I don't get it, man. I was like, well, there's nothing we can do. And the fight was awful. It was such a boring. I won. The judges split decision, gave it to him, but even he said I won. But nobody won. The fans sure as fuck didn't win. It was a boring fight. And this fight, even more so, like my skill set wasn't like crazy different than the other guys. Orlovsky's wasn't crazy different. Michael Venom Page is different. His advantage is the element of surprise. So they went, we're taking that away. So we know you've won some fights by decision, but we need more finishes. Here's a guy that knows all your tricks. The fuck are you doing? Why? He's one of the most exciting, most unique guys in the sport, has maybe 3 years left. Here, let's waste it on this. Now, Sam's a badass, and he has 4 finishes. He's a badass, but there's no upside for MVP. So he beats him, then what? Then what? You can give him a top 5 guy? That doesn't make sense. This guy's not even ranked. There's no upside for MVP in this besides looking bad. And then the element of surprise is gone. It makes no fucking sense.
That's how MVP beats people, because he's such a hard dude to figure out. Like, I think that's what your boy Ian Gary was saying. He's like, training for him is a hard fight to train for.
Impossible.
That's everybody.
It's very similar to Lyoto Machida. If you remember when he came on the scene, like I would train with him, and then I would be like, oh my God. And then you would see him in the octagon. It's like, good fucking luck, dude. Wait till you see this kick that he does. And we knew it was coming because we would train with him. And it was even hard to defend then. But if you had no idea, buddy, good fucking luck.
If my memory serves correct, too, even Jon Jones had some trouble with the striking until he, but I mean, obviously he choked.
John downloaded eventually, but yeah, he struggled at first.
At the beginning, Lyoto was a hard dude to figure. Everyone was having.
And then John's advantage in that he can get away with, because he was so much bigger. Lyoto was small. Lyoto should be 85 or even this day, maybe a 70 pounder, but he was fighting at 205. John's so much bigger. So Lyoto would leap in, but Jon was so much longer, he'd get away with some mistakes.
Mm-hmm. And also, the downside of this, too, is like, this is the dude that Michael Venom Page, from what MVP said, was like, this is who I would use as like my guy for like Ian Machado Gary. Like, this
Jared Bullitt,
guy who like
Ian Gary.
This is who I used to see looks.
Kevin Holland.
Yeah, so now this guy, not only is he who I need for these looks, now he also knows MVP's shit. It's not like MVP's gonna surprise him with anything. So it's like, you're asking, like, that's the same thing as, do you remember back, I think we talked about this before, like Kimbo Slice versus Houston Alexander, were like, oh, we're going to see fireworks. This might not be fireworks at all. This might be a fucking.
It just fucks Michael Venom Page. My other thing is, like, what did he do? I don't. Someone doesn't like him, but I also think the UFC, quietly, they won't say this, they like when Bellator guys do real shitty. They like when they struggle, just because it's like, you see, the UFC's better, which I always harp on that. The UFC is just different. And Michael Venom Page even alluded to this, because they go, why do you think you found success? He goes, I've done pretty good. And those other guys like Patchy Mix, Pitbull, Aaron Pico, he goes, fighting the UFC is just different. He's like, I've been in huge fights in Bellator where they're like, man, if you do this, you set this record. He's like, it never got to me. You come to the UFC, the nerves are different. The pressure, he goes, it's just different. It's because you're in the big leagues. You can say PFL, Bellator, Strike Force, all these other leagues, one championship are the same as the UFC. It's not. It's not. Trust me, the guy who's playing in the fucking Grey Cup for the CFL doesn't have the same nerves as Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl. It's just fucking different, dude, because it means more.
The major leagues.
Yeah, it's the major leagues. It just is. We can paint it however you want to paint it. It just is. And the stats prove that. So Michael Venom Page is like, it's different. I'm straight up, it's different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
But yeah, I don't know what he did. Clearly he did something.
do you think that I haven't heard him say it out loud, but with MVP, so me and you talked about this the other day off air, where it's like, is there a time where like things outside of the fighting start happening and you lose some love for the game and you start getting one foot out the door?
It's same with MVP because he has so much going on.
Michael Venom Page just did 2 movies. He just
There's a
opened
restaurant
in Miami. Didn't he gain up to 230 pounds or something?
Dude, he got up to Bisbing said he was on set with him for a Roadhouse. He was 240.
Damn.
Fights at 170, can fight at, 185. He's a big fucking cat.
Yeah.
But he's been doing it so long, too. And his skill set's so unique. So, like I said, he probably has another 3 years. But his thing is, he's not there to beat up guys like Sam. Sam's great, and his time's going to come. I don't think it's this Saturday. His time's going to come. It's just not now. But for Michael Venom Page, he's like, let's get going here. He even asked the UFC, he's like, not that I want, but I'll fight at 85. Like, give me a name. They're like, fight your good buddy and training partner that nobody knows.
It sucks, dude, because I've loved him since Bellator did. Like, I remember him with that famous knee to
Cyborg?
Oh, that
Fucking
was
caved his head in.
Yeah, and then he would drop the Pokeball on people.
Yeah,
Like,
dude. He's must see TV.
Yeah.
And that's why
Pokeball?
That's why I don't get with the UFC. Like, you need stars.
Yeah.
So this is on Paramount. It's a free fight night. He's a huge draw in London. Why not set him up for success? What's going on here? What's the fucking overall goal here? Is it for him to struggle and etch out another fucking decision win against his training partner? Or you set him up with a name he can fucking starch so we have highlights to blast all over so more people are interested. So people on fucking Paramount who aren't familiar with the fight game tune in like, holy, that guy's special. This isn't accomplished in that. I don't understand what the overall goal is. I do not understand.
I wonder, because there's a lot of guys who I think don't want to fight him. And then do you think that there's a chance that maybe between people not wanting to fight him and then the fact that like UFC is trying to bring up certain names that they're like, shit, this guy could just derail everything if we give him someone who we really want to be a star in the sport?
I'm sure there's some of that, but then also like when you get to the top 10, those guys aren't really scared of anybody. Like some of the other guys, they're like, fuck that. Or if it's like guys like on the bubble who's going to get to 10, he's like, I ain't fighting Michael Venom Page. It's a nightmare. Those top 10 dudes don't give a fuck.
You don't think so?
Most of them are like, I don't give a fuck.
Because there's got to be a world where some of them are like, he doesn't do anything for my standings in this division, but also that sucks for
It's a nightmare
for me.
Yeah, it's not an easy fight. Yeah, it's not an easy fight.
I think when he came in though, they gave him Kevin. They wanted a really badass fight because they expected it. And remember, he just wanted to win, so it wasn't that exciting fight.
That one fucked up. Ian Machado Gary got 2 guys who aren't knockout artists. That was more of a tactical game. Great win for Ian Machado Gary. The Share Bullet, again, another one where you're like, all right.
He just wants to win, but they wanted him to be
The
this
big
badass.
one was, I think what got him to where he's at now on this London card is the Jared Cannonier fight. If you remember that fight, he was fucking him up and then messing around. You remember that? He dropped him and was like dancing, doing all this, making fun of him. And Dana after was like, I don't know what the fuck are you doing, dude? Finish him. And he's like, oh, whoops. And Jared Cannonier's a big, sturdy dude who can last, so he didn't finish him. So UFC's like, all right, no more. Fuck this. No more.
Do you think he's let them down a couple times? And
Yep.
Yeah.
But again, this doesn't make sense. Here's your training partner. Just doesn't make sense.
Did you feel going into Andre fight that like shit, this guy knows a lot of what I'm gonna do?
I was so nervous. I was so fucking nervous. So was he. Because we both knew, like, we went to battle in training. Like, it was fucking tough for both of us. It was like a toss-up. I'd win some, he'd win some. It just depends, man.
Yeah.
He was fucking tough. So you know how tough. It'd be better if I didn't know, where I'm like, all right, I know I can do this and it works and he won't expect this. But with Andre, I'm like, all right, I can't do this. This kind of works some that one time. You know, it's like, so my nerves were so high.
There's also got to be a thing where it's like you've worked on things to surprise people in sparring.
Yeah, man.
That this was the guy that you've practiced on.
Yeah, man. Sucks. It's basically like giving your playbook. If you're offense coordinator going, here you go, that's what we're running. It's like they're going to stop most of it. You might get away with some, but it's not going to be very fun. Mm-hmm. It sucked.
Studied the tape live.
Yeah, it sucked. Mm-hmm. Luke Riley's, especially the people in London, like in that area, he's been a fucking monster for a hot second out there on other promotions. So it's a good co-main event. Again, I'm surprised MVP is not the co-main event.
That actually is kind of surprising. Maybe it's because
Luke Riley's a big deal out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
Rest card's solid, but there's been some London cards that haven't lived up to it, but in general, these London cards are fucking fire. Mm-hmm. Again, if you're casual, you're like, yeah, it's London. Dude, for whatever reason, when they stack it with London fighters, they go fucking bananas. And the crowd's bananas. It's at a good time for them. This is going to be a great card to watch.
I do love seeing even though I love this card, I do love seeing guys like Tom, Patty, even there's a couple people where it's like these are the people that make those cards sick. You know what I mean? Like seeing Patty come out and
oh my God,
go ape shit,
off with it,
and they're
he's
doing
all like
dance.
this. Yeah,
like, that gets me hyped.
My favorite was Darren Till, Sweet Caroline.
Yeah,
fucking dope. Why do they love Sweet Caroline over there so much?
I don't know.
Because Tyson Fury comes out to it too.
Yeah.
They're all sweet, they're all but. In America, we're like, what the fuck?
My favorite, I forgot what song it was when they played Mike Perry when he came out and they played the wrong song and it was just.
Oh, that's right. They played like a Beyonce song.
It was something really ridiculous.
And you see him go, what the fuck? Due to its adoption at sporting events. Yeah, I guess because it's soccer, as they call it, football, so big out there, so they play at the football games. So it just comes over.
Like, I could see Seven Nation Army. Like, that's a cool song. Like,
fuck yeah.
Like, that's cool. But this is like, what?
Bisbing coming out to Blur.
That's kind of tight.
Fuck
that's tight.
Yeah, England's special, man.
Did you fight out there?
Never.
No.
I fucking wish.
That would have been sick.
I fought in Canada, all over the United States, mainly Vegas, Anaheim, Atlanta.
Brazil?
In Brazil.
Was that a nervous one? That's got to be.
Brazil was brutal. I asked for it because I was going to get Brock Lesnar if I won that fight. So I wanted this chip stacked against me because I figured Nog was old. So I wanted more of a difficult challenge because if I just beat him up in America, people are like, dude, you beat up this old guy. I'm like, yeah, I went to his backyard.
True. Mm-hmm.
And then Nog was like, oh, cool story.
Yeah. Brazilians, when they fight in Brazil, it's like Superman fight. Like they turn into Superman.
You're fighting Michael Jordan in Chicago.
Yeah.
I fucked up, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up.
Yeah. Like there's something, they turn into superheroes when they fight in Brazil.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. What do you got for current events, Jen?
Current events.
Hey, I would love to find out how do you pronounce that lightweight fight.
Which one? Oh, the Iwo Baranowski, Austin Lane,
Baranowski,
Mike Wanowski.
Hey man, I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes when I see fighters whose names I know I'll never be able to pronounce, I go, I really hope they lose because I don't want to have to learn that.
Oh, 100%.
Right?
100%. I told you the story when I was trying out for Fox Sports when the UFC just went to Fox. They tried out like me, Dominic Cruz, Chael. Karen Bryant was like the main host there. And there was tryouts to who was going to be on the panel. It was like Anthony Smith, all those guys that all made it. Clearly I did it. For whatever, and they wanted to switch up the cards. And it wasn't live. It was just practice going through it. And I get the Brazilian card. And it was all Brazilian fighters, all new, that you've never heard of. I was like, and Chael looks at me and goes, ooh, not good. Dude, I fucked up so bad. My agent from CAA was there, and I went in the back. He goes, that was tough. Listen, we'll talk to him. We'll get you another shot. Hopefully it's more of an American card. I'm like, even with Americans, I struggle with English, dude. It's
Thank God
fucking.
you didn't get the Dagestani card.
The Brazilians at the time was a fucking disaster.
They got some tough names. They do.
And I would say it and Chael would go, oof.
Did they have they must have like a thing where it's like, okay, like, do you think Joe, when he's like before the actual, it's in his ear?
Earpiece.
Okay, I was going to say, I wonder if they phonetically write it out.
They have that. They have in the earpiece. They say it to them in the earpiece. And then before the fights, really add it, because I think Rogan gets there on Friday, but they'll go over it with them, like for the weigh-ins and shit.
Gotcha.
Rogan never misses.
No.
Very rarely. He messed up Khabib's name one time.
Anik is great with it. Anik is like my as you'd say, like a North Star for learning the name.
Fuck yeah.
Where if he says it, I'm like, that's got to be right.
Oh, if he says it, that's how we say it.
Yeah.
Even if it's wrong. And I still don't get it right.
My only problem with Mosvar is every interview he's gone on that we watched, every person said it different, and he's corrected.
He's all.
Nobody.
He's all.
He's corrected not a once.
He didn't give. He's like, I get it.
And I'm like, dude, if you want us to learn, fucking correct someone, man.
Oh, I'll tell you right now, if I'm doing an interview, like, we have here Brandon Schwab, I'm like, hold on just a second. Hold on. Before we fucking start, dude.
Yeah, he just smiles at everybody. I'm like, fucking help us out here.
He's a fucking beast, though, man. That motherfucker can wrestle his ass off.
He's that guy that, you know, when you're trying, you forget someone's name, so you tell your girl like, oh, introduce yourself, so he says his name.
Oh, yeah.
And then he also doesn't say his name. You're like, fucking come on,
Like,
man.
here we go. Mosar's one of the guys with the UFC's like, oh, fuck. Because he just keeps winning. He's not that exciting. He's so fucking good and talented. He's so good at what he does. So they're with Murphy and Mosar, they're like, all right, dude. But I could even, if Murphy wins, guaranteed top shot. If Mosar wins, they're gonna be like, let's give him one more. He's like he's like the John Fitch plan, where they're like, buddy, like he doesn't really finish guys. He's exactly what they don't want, but he's so fucking talented. There's not much they can do.
Yeah, I mean, 19-0. I mean,
Problem.
he's a winner.
That's it. I know.
Winner.
I know. Just not the way they want. All right, what do you got, Chin?
Okay.
Off with him.
Patty has probably my favorite of all intro music.
Oh, it's good.
I listen to it in the gym. That's one of my.
And he's all, and his hair's all. That fucking Beatles bob cut just flopping in the wind.
Yeah, he's great. His walk up is just one of my favorites.
All the London walkout, all the British guys walkout's always the best. Jose Aldo's was great.
What was the Michael? What's his name?
Bisbing?
No, he's fighting Nate Diaz.
Like Gary?
What was that?
It was a Beyonce song.
Was it Beyonce?
Because whoever did the song choice, the title matched the same as a Beyonce song. So when he walked out, it was Beyonce, and he seemed to go, what the f?
Was it Beyonce?
Pretty sure.
No, that's what they did, but that he wanted something else that was the
Halo.
same name.
He wanted the Halo video game. They thought it was Halo Beyonce. Which is weird because Dana used to go over everybody's walkout song, because when I was fighting Nogueira in Brazil, I want to come out to this Chris Brown Beautiful People song. He was like, nope. He's like,
Not to Chris Brown.
I wanted to, because like a fun lit song. I like the Brazilian people. I thought I was going to start this old man. I was like, hey, don't kill me. I want to attend the beaches and be cool. So I was going to do something like fun. And Dana's like, no, dude, fucking kill this old man.
What was your regular song?
Square Dance by Eminem. Bum,
Okay.
bum, 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 bum,
That's-
bum. People. I feel so glad to be back.
Discipline win, DC. I thought over Mickey Gall.
He's like, this isn't it. What the fuck? Wrong song, but I'm still get it. Wrong song, but I'm still gonna get it.
Who is he? I wonder.
He wanted the Halo video game song.
But I wonder if he ended up winning that fight.
He's all singing it. He just rolls in it.
He's fucking.
He's the man.
He's awesome.
But listen to him, he's got his pregnant girlfriend as his main corner person. It worked out really well in the Mickey Gall fight. He was saying, nobody can tell me what to do when I'm in there. I already know how to fight. And all I need is someone that I know.
That was crazy, dude. Having his pregnant girlfriend be his corner man too.
Gangster. Very Jose Canseco in Pride days. If you remember that, he had his wife or girlfriend at the time corner him, and she was
Forgot he
throwing.
fought.
Oh, dude, nightmare! She was throwing baseballs into the crowd. Then he got beat up. Was it Homing Choi?
What happened?
Homeland Choi?
Yeah,
Yeah.
got beat the fuck up.
That guy was
Jose Canseco,
Oh yeah.
he was a big boy.
huge, not very skilled, but just huge. And he like kicked Jose Canseco, and Jose was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah.
His wife was throwing his baseballs in the crowd. Disaster, dude. We've come a long way. All right, what's this?
This is Todd DeBoef. That's another hard name, but he's one of the head guys at Top Rank. And he's talking about the whole fighter pay thing with UFC.
Play
and
the clip. This
boxing,
from
yeah.
Ariel on Crown.
Yep.
I think they're all smart. They have an enormous amount of political influence. They have been spending tens of millions of dollars on lobbyists for decades. And I think they'll get shit done. How successful it'll be is really up to them. And I think they got to be careful. I think they have to be careful. I haven't seen this much vocal just rage by the MMA athletes today against UFC than in 30 years. I've never seen this. The genie's out of the bottle. I think they played a game with this Conor Ben thing. I don't know what the purpose of that game was, right? And then they kind of try to wipe their hands of it, but that domino fell. And I have never seen anything where these athletes who were so scared to say anything, this is like old Iron Curtain shit, right? Where people don't say anything. I'm going to get thrown into Siberia. I'm going to be thrown away. And the propaganda, I got to listen to all that bullshit. I haven't never seen anything like this, where these kids are just all now voicing their opinions. And that's the domino I'm not sure they thought was going to fall when they got into it.
Yeah, it's just a perfect storm in a positive way for the fighters, because years ago, the UFC was still monopoly. They're still building, and fighters were scared to come out. Unless you had a podcast, you're 1 foot in, 1 foot out, like your boy here, right? So I was kind of the face. I took a lot of shit for it. Burned a lot of bridges. I'll never work for the UFC because of this. That's the deal I made. I will never.
You never know, dude.
I do know. I was talking to Rogan the other day. It's like, I was like, yeah, I burned some bridges. And he goes, no, you didn't burn bridges. They burned the bridges. It's like you were just telling your truth, and that's what their side is. So it's like, that's their thing, not yours. I'm like, yeah, but still, if I could redo it, I don't know. So I was like an outlier because I had a voice and I had a mic, and it kind of got me to where I was at. So it's actually a good thing. I should probably pay Dana White a fucking 10% royalty. Like he really helped me out in that sense. He didn't mean to, but in that sense, he did help out. But Dana still was steering the ship. So if you came out like Woodley, like Aljo, like certain guys, you're gonna fucking suffer the consequences. Now, like I told you guys on so many shows, Dana's still on the ship, but he's in the back chilling. He's not really paying attention to the waves and the glaciers coming up. He's in the back eating his fucking caviar and his fucking filet, drinking champagne, be like, dude, we made it, baby. How about that boxing? That's what he's doing. So now, notice, like back in the day, if Ronda or somebody, any fighter came and talked shit about the UFC, there was literally a press conference minutes later, and he was speaking hot fucking facts, lighting their asses up. Ronda comes out, he's like, I don't give a fuck, dude. These fighters now have a chance because Hunter Campbell's at the helm, because he's at the forefront steering the ship, where they're not really scared of him. And now, if you're going to discipline a guy, the audience, especially hardcores, know what's going on. Where, like, John Fitch got fucked. There's certain guys, Dan Hardy got fucked. I can go through a list. Nick Diaz got royally fucked. There's certain guys that got royally fucked. Tito Ortiz, there's so many guys. Myself, there's so many guys. But they really couldn't do much because there wasn't other avenues, there wasn't platforms, there wasn't agents, there wasn't social media. But now, like, if this is even 8 years ago, if Tom Aspinall signed with Eddie Hearn 8 years ago, career suicide. You're fucked, dude. Now, what are you going to do to him? What are you going to do? How are you going to discipline him? Because if you do move in a certain way like you did back in the day when Joe Silva was at the helm, Dana White, all those dudes, the bad dudes, if you move that way, buddy, we're going to blast it out and you're going to look terrible. And you have shareholders. You're on Paramount now. So they really can't move that way anymore. Fighters know this. Fighters know this. So you're seeing more and more guys. And with the Conor Ben stuff, it's in the fan questions. It wasn't even a question. The guy was just like, yo, he's a big boxing fan. He goes, the reason why Conor Ben is getting $15 million is because there's no monopoly in boxing. It's so competitive where if Zuffa didn't scoop him up, that's his price tag. Is he worth that? No. But in the market, he is, because he can go over to Top Rank, he can go over to Golden Boy, and they'll pay him, 12, 13 million. So Zuffa's like, we want you 15 mil. That's the boxing culture. That's the business. So that's why he's getting that.
There's also the fact too, especially with Aspinall, like you already have people who are contentious with the fact that there is a heavyweight title, because the heavyweight champion is not in the UFC. And then if you scare away another heavyweight, undisputed heavyweight champion, now you have two people who had the belt. Now it's like it really would delegitimize the belt.
Yeah, and the fan base now knows like the gig's up. Like you can't treat guys like the way you treat them. You can't be mad at a guy for whatever reason and give him a horrible matchup, the number 3 ranked heavyweight in the world, because you're friends with the guy's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's not professional. You can't. You have shareholders now. You can't do that. You can't do that. And then
Wild West back in the day.
Wild West. And they went really far and they got away with a lot. And that was then, this is now. So it's like what Tom Aspinall is doing, like all fighters should be celebrating. Yeah,
you fought in the days where GNC could put steroids in the supplements. Now you can't do that shit.
No.
You fought back when there was Anavar in the
I fought back when the guys got TRT exemptions. And I wanted to do it, but I couldn't afford it.
Really?
And so
it super expensive back then?
Yeah, it was a lot of money. And I went, but I couldn't afford it. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll just, I have no other option. I'm just going to compete. Mm-hmm. And, that was just different time.
I'm still a believer that, like, if you're in a fair range and it just extends your career, like, Vitor Belfort, he was obviously taking
too much,
insane amounts.
Yeah.
But if he was still in like the 800 nanograms per deciliter range of test, I feel like he should have been able to fight.
He could still compete. Yeah. Other sports are doing it. Hate to tell you. You think LeBron's just better at his age? You think these baseball players, you think these football players, like they're all doing it. Mm-hmm. But the UFC, because it's hand-to-hand combat, they kibosh it.
Yeah. Because like I love Randy Couture. Love him to death. But like, there's no chance that he was staying and fighting for the belt that long.
Not at 44.
On just grit alone.
Or even Brock Lesnar, like clearly they figured out a way to beat the system so he could compete.
Brock was a science experiment.
Yeah, still is. But they figured out a way. You think Mike Tyson fighting right now is just on creatine, kids? No. That's a casual take, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, if you believe that those people that, we've been fed to believe are natty, you also believed back in the day that Ronnie Coleman was actually on No Explode.
Yeah, when I was 8 years old, I thought if I got a flat top and drank fucking whole milk, I would look like Arnold. But I was 8.
You said that
You're not.
On our show. That was so funny.
Yeah. Yeah. But I was 8 and I had a flat top and I was still skinny as fuck. Dude, but I was 8, so I had an excuse.
I thought I could buy that Tai Bo DVD and learn how to fight.
I get it. I bought the stem thing for abs. It'd shock you.
Oh, the Bruce Lee one, right?
Yeah, just fucked up my skin, dude. I didn't get shredded at all.
I wanted that so bad my parents wouldn't buy it for me.
I got it.
I was eating Fritos wondering why I didn't have abs.
Same.
I was like, I do all these crunches.
Same.
Oh, real quick, you guys are talking about that with Tom Aspinall. So Eddie Hearn says that with his new commercial deal that he signed him with, he's going to make more money off of that within 2 weeks than he did for his last fight purse.
Yeah, bro, you're running with the big dog. Eddie Hearn, listen, Eddie Hearn grew up rich as fuck. So Eddie Hearn's not going to do a deal and take 10% of your $50,000 from fucking Venom fight gear. He's like, we're talking like Bentley and Rolex, motherfucker. What? No. I'm not even going to waste my time if we're not bringing in 7-figure deals. That's what these fighters deserve. And Tom's going to be the guy who's going to be on the Mount Rushmore for this, where they're like, wait, how much you're making? He's like, I don't know, $10 million a year in sponsorships. You guys are like, what the fuck? Yeah, Eddie, dude. Yeah.
That could really move the needle for a lot of fighters.
Big time. If I'm a fighter, and not if I'm like on the come up, but if I'm a decent name, I'm fucking beelining for Eddie Hearn. If he'll take you.
Hopefully it opens the door for more people like Eddie Hearn.
That's what you need because Eddie Hearn can only do so much.
Yeah.
Like Tom's the perfect guy to do it. Heavyweight champ, looks good, speaks well, looks the part, savage, but obviously best heavyweight in the world. Eddie Hearn can work with that.
Yeah.
If you're fucking 4-0, winning by decisions, I mean.
Because you don't want UFC to be like baseball, where it's like the rules never change and people are like, why are we still using umpires when we have better technology for strikes? And like, if the sport's going to keep evolving, so should the business side should also keep evolving
100%.
as well.
And it will. Like we're still in the leather helmets of its football days. They'll get there.
That was a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
We're in leather helmets.
I'll be long gone by the time they fucking get equal pay, but either way.
All right. These next few are also related to the UFC fighter pay stuff. So,
Peace so bad.
all right.
All right, we're back. I got a bloody nose because my allergies. I apologize.
Chin beat the shit out of him in the break.
Chin hits me.
You got to stop talking smack, dog.
Chin hits me.
So about fighter pay, this is also, Rogan discussed it with Dustin Poirier on his recent podcast.
Dustin was great on there. One of my faves.
That sort of discussion about fighter pay. You know, I've always been of the opinion that fighters should be making more money, period. Because, like, the same way I feel about, like, the way I run my comedy club, the comedians make 80% of the money. Because I feel like that's who's you're paying to see. You're paying to see them. We make plenty of money, like, with drinks and 20% of the ticket sale. It's like, it's enough. Like, it should be, if we had a comedy club and there's no comedians, no one's coming, right? No one's going to pay just to sit there and buy drinks. Like, the whole idea is they're paying to see someone's work. If you fight, that's what people are paying to see. They're paying to see fighters.
Without the fighters, there's no show. Without the comedians, there's no show. I understand. But I think the big thing.
Here's the thing. So, on Crown, shout out to On Crown, love them. But it says the conversation getting louder. Rogan has said this for as long as I've known him.
Yeah.
As long as I've known him. Like, he's always been fighter pay, fighter first. He's been saying this forever. Now people are picking up on it. Like, oh, conversation's getting louder. He's been speaking from the rooftops. He's never been on board like, well, no, I think it's fair. Even when I'm in his show, I'll even side a little more sway towards Dana's way on pay than Rogan. Rogan's always been like, nah, man, it's fucked up. He's always said that. Now, when he says, you know, we don't have a comedy club if there's no comedians. That is the number one thing I've been saying for fucking ever. So imagine this. Now, back in the day, again, we were talking about it earlier, the fighters couldn't get away with a lot. It was the Wild West. Dana was at the helm. You don't want to compete against Dana. Dana, again, he's in the back of the ship eating caviar. Imagine this. Imagine this. The Paramount deal gets announced. $7.7 billion. We're doing all these cards. Every single fighter on the roster, all the managers get together and go, all right, we're going to do what baseball does. We're going to hold out. Nobody's fighting. There's no cards unless we come to an agreement to up fighter pay. None of this, Dana was like, no, I think we're going to up fighter pay. I promise you it's going to get better over time. No, bitch. I didn't mean to say bitch, but no, motherfucker. No, motherfucker. Better. I don't know why I said that. No, motherfucker. Samuel L. Jackson. No, motherfucker. If all the fighters decided not to go to work until we have a signed agreement where it's 30-70, which would be insane improvement, which they could afford, 40-60, 50-50, whatever it is. If everyone, especially now, I can't emphasize enough to the fighters, this isn't my fight anymore. I tried being along with this fight. Trust me, I tried. This isn't my fight anymore. I do this for a living. I'm not involved in it. I'm telling you guys, now there couldn't be a better time because there are no stars. You don't have the Conors there anymore. You don't have the Rondas, the Brock Lesnars who are getting paid more than God. You don't have the Khabibs. They're gone. So you don't have this UFC royalty. You have some fairly big stars that would be probably open to hearing, hey, man, if you went to Peloton, even though you just signed that new deal, if you went to Peloton and said, hey, man, I know they want you to fight at the White House. We're trying to get fighter pay, which is going to improve the next generations. Can you jump on board with us and not fight until they agree to this? Do you know how fast the UFC would be like, oh shit. Paramount like, what the fuck? Whoa, hold up. I thought you said you had this all figured out. All the sponsors, all the brands. Whoa, we're not paying. Remember, our contracts say we were guaranteed this placement on the mat. We were guaranteed this commercial on Paramount. We were guaranteed this. All that goes away if the fighters go, nah, we're not moving. Buddy, fellas, ladies, this is such an old school tactic. I'm not telling you anything that hasn't been done from the labor union, from the baseball strikes. Everyone's done this. WNBA tried, you know what I'm saying. But with baseball, with fucking the labor union, the work, when they go, nope, we're not moving unless pay gets better, the pay always gets better.
The writer's strike, the
writer's strike, the Netflix, all that shit, it always gets better because they can't move unless they have you. But back in the day, it was impossible because they tried getting, right? I was on it. You had Cerrone. You had a bunch of big names. Who were like, we're down. But then the rest of the roster who's making bank went, no, you're not fucking up my bank. You're not fucking up my shit. All right, so we can't, no movement. We even had the former head of the baseball union representing us. It was like, here's what we got to do. We should get this many signatures. They had a ton, but they didn't have the big movers and shakers, so the UFC could still make moves. Now, I can't emphasize enough. You're not going to do it. But I'm telling you, now is the perfect opportunity. If you want proper pay, if you want a piece of the pie, if you want a seat at the table, there couldn't be a better time because you have the Ali Act. You have Zuffa going on. Dana's focused on, he's over here. The guy who's going to fuck it is over there, dude. There's no big stars. None of y'all are balling. It's all relative. Well, Islam is he? Well, Poatan is he? Compared to who? Compared for a UFC fighter? So you're the richest trash man in the neighborhood. Congrats. You have the best route. You're not balling like the real estate agent up the street. Get that fucking pay, dude. Now's the time. Now would be the time, guys and ladies. Mm-hmm. Now's the time.
Yeah, Dustin said it himself on the show where he was like, I forgot who the fighter was, but there was a fighter who I guess he was in the UFC for whatever, did a little bit, but then he went over to PFL. I think it's PFL, won a tournament, won $1 million, and this is like an unknown name that went over there and was like in a different organization, was able to just pull $1 million.
Oh, Olivier Aubin Mercier, the Canadian guy.
Yeah.
But the black feller did it too. Do you have to edit that out?
No, that's just funny. The black feller.
What's his name? Fuck.
From UFC.
Light heavyweight. He went over there and won. He was their guy. He's still their guy.
Mm-hmm. Light heavyweight, not Corey Anderson. No.
Anderson.
Really?
Corey Anderson went over there and won.
Oh, okay.
Won $1 million.
Yeah, if they're able to give $1 million to a guy who made no noise in the UFC.
Olivier was a very interesting one because he kept winning. Yeah, he kept winning, and he wasn't like amazing in the UFC.
Corey Anderson had some good wins in the UFC. Was the most exciting, but he was fucking good, dude. Mm-hmm. The UFC's like, we're good. He was like, I'm going to go to PFL. He won $1 million.
Mm-hmm. That's way more than he would have ever gotten in UFC.
For sure, but it still ain't shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, it's still not shit, dude. And do you realize how much money the UFC is making? So I read this thing. I wish I could remember. It was on Twitter. They're showing businesses. So for every dollar that Amazon makes, they profit like 30 cents. Tesla profits for every dollar, they profit like 25 cents. The biggest corporations in the world are profiting like 30, 20 cents for every dollar made. The UFC, for every dollar made, takes home 70 cents.
Damn.
There's wiggle, is what I'm trying to tell you. But again, and this is why I co-signed with Dana on this. Y'all ain't going to do shit. Y'all ain't going to do shit. You don't think Apple could pay those slave workers more in China? No, y'all ain't going to do shit. No, you're going to keep making it for penny on the dollar because that's what this is. For the UFC, Dana's like, y'all ain't going to do shit. You tried before. I shut you down. You're going to take what I give you until you make me give you more, until you earn my respect. But all y'all bitches, including I'm in them bitches, tried asking for more money, tried organizing, and it's like organizing cats. And you guys fell to the wayside because you're big dogs. I'd take to the side and pay them off because y'all not a team. You're individuals. This is easy for them. It's like fucking killing babies, as he said, or beating up babies.
Do you think it's almost like the worry though is like, because with stand up, you know, like with all, I know LA's the same way with clubs in New York. If I do the Cellar, $100, but if I do like New York Comedy Club, like $50, and then this club's $25. And the reason why the pay hasn't changed in forever is because if the comedians were to decide we're not going to do your clubs anymore, there's so many other comics who are a little bit lesser than who will go, I'll do it for $25.
That's what the UFC's saying too. They're like, we have cats from the Contender who step and do it. Okay, do that. Here's my thing, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe all these guys who are currently in the UFC try to go on strike and hold out, and then these Dana White Contender Series and these guys from Russia and all are like, we'll fight for this shit pay. We don't give a fuck. We just want opportunity. And then maybe it moves on. But maybe it doesn't. And maybe for the first time, you guys can actually make a change. And that time is, there couldn't be a better time than right now. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe this is the one thing that gets it done. Maybe if you guys all go on strike, imagine this. Imagine this. The White House card, International Fight Week, Conor, Poatan, Ilya, Justin Gaethje, Bo Nickel, Michael Chandler. All the boys go, we're not doing it until we come to agreement. And Conor goes, yeah, fuck it, I only got one more. I'm not doing it either. And then Sean Strickland, who I know would be down, guarantee it, is like, yeah, I'm not fighting Hamzat either in New Jersey. Oh, and the UFC announced how many big fights? And all the main events go, yeah, actually, we're not fighting this time either. And the UFC's like, oh, shit. And then Paramount goes, give us our money back. Or come to an agreement, because you guys are still going to profit, dude. And then Ram, and go through all the list of the big brands. Fucking Happy Dad, or where the fuck they're drinking. All that shit, all the alcohol, all the big business, all that shit goes, buddy, we're paying you multi-million-dollars a year, and there's no fights. So then it starts to fucking leak into the UFC's pockets. And then they go, oh, okay, we got it. We'll increase it, a guarantee 15%, which is so much money. We'll increase it, guaranteed 30%. Overall, 30%. Right now it's about 18. Dude, you're gonna at least double our money? We're cooking, baby. Or, and this is what's gonna happen, or y'all can do nothing. And then when you retire, unless you're Poatan, Conor, Khabib, fucking Ilya, or when you retire, hopefully you've created enough memories and highlights with your CT and you can open up a fucking gym. Or TikTok dances, or start an OnlyFans. Those are the options. Or the baddest motherfuckers on the planet can fucking agree on one thing: they should be paid more, and the fucking buck stops here. You get paid. Oh, and guess who else is gonna be shouting for the rooftops for you? Eddie Hearn.
You also said something, I don't even know if you realized how much of a negotiation tactic. You said it in passing. I'm not saying this to start a riot, but the UFC White House card is so important.
That's what I'm saying.
That if you decided with all this that would be the biggest embarrassment to the United States.
Think of the media. Think of the
trying to start some shit right now.
Think of the coverage. And then Trump, you support this?
And then Trump just sits there with
and then Trump's like, whoa, I didn't even know about fighter pay. And then all of a sudden, the Washington Post is like, wait, hold on, why aren't they fighting? And then all of a sudden, the New York Times is like, hold up, why aren't they fighting? And now it's major mainstream media, and you find out, oh, we're slave laborers. That's what this is.
House card's a pretty big. That's the biggest one you could possibly.
That's the biggest one to do it. Now this is going to hurt your feelings. Those guys, and this isn't a shot at anybody in particular, those guys are on the White House card for a reason, because they're definitely not going to do that. You look at the card, Sugar Sean is glazing the UFC in their pay.
Yeah.
He's like, I love it. I think it's fair, and I've been treated right. Like, you're Samuel L. Jackson from Django.
Oh, shit.
And I love Sugar.
Yeah.
He's the fucking man, and he's probably been compensated, and he's right. Dana did give Ronda her shot, and he's right. Those guys that are complaining about pay wouldn't be shit without Dana. He's right on all that. And he's right. He wouldn't have his Lamborghini and his dope-ass mansion and all the stardom and his TikTok followers if Dana didn't discover him on Dana White Contender Series. He's right. He's correct on all that. But that doesn't mean you're being compensated. That doesn't mean that you don't deserve more. Nobody's saying Dana's a bad guy. I'm not saying that. I don't think the UFC is vindictive or they're evil. I think the UFC is a business. And the reason they don't have to is because y'all ain't going to do shit about it. And that is business 101. If I could get away with paying Chin $20 a week, I would do it. But Chin goes, nah, man, this is my worth. And then if I go, well, no, I'm still paying you $20. And Chin goes, then you're not going to have a show. I go, oh, fuck, I got to pay Chin.
Mm-hmm.
That's no different than here. Of course, I would love more money. Everybody would, including the shareholders, including Dana White, including Hunter Campbell.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the fighters are going, I'll take $20 a week. And you're still going to make millions off of us.
Yeah.
This is so easy to figure out. This isn't a complicated situation. This isn't complicated. Here's where it's complicated. Those managers, the majority of the managers are terrified of the UFC still, for whatever reason, still. They're in the pockets of the UFC. Ali, all these guys, they're basically employees of the UFC. So when Dustin Poirier, for example, who's retired, but let's say other guys that are represented under Islam, these guys are represented by Ali, go, hey, Ali, we're thinking about holding out. He's gonna be like, fuck, you are? No, you're not. No, you're not. And this is why you're not. Then scare the shit out of them, and then they don't get it done.
I get it, though. They're scared to bite the hand that feeds them, but they should get fed what they're worth.
But you got to walk through fire, man. You're going to walk. And by fire, I mean, you're not going to fight for it. This isn't going to be a long, drawn-out thing either, fellas and ladies. This will be solved super fast. They have the money. It's not like you're asking for 80%. We're like, oh, well, we'll go bankrupt. No, we know for a fact they have the money. You're not robbing a bank that's broke. You're robbing the richest bank in the world. And by robbing, you're being compensated fairly for the work. Yeah. And your work isn't a bank teller. Your work is getting punched in the face. The work is sacrificing your body and your brain. If anyone has an argument for their work, it's you guys. But you're too dumb to figure it out and do something about it because you're scared, because your manager's telling you one thing. Your manager ain't shit. There ain't a legit manager in the goddamn sport. So you know, if this is the problem with the fucking UFC, you know, if Chin wanted to be a manager and manage Ilia Topuria, he could do it right fucking now. He could do it. If Ilia went, hey guys, I love the Schaub show so much. I think Chin's crushing it. He's my manager now. The UFC has to negotiate with Chin. Now, if Chin wanted to represent Patrick Mahomes in the NFL, he would have to pass the fucking bar. There's a level that you have to be at to represent that level of athlete. Not in the UFC. If you wanted to represent fucking Bo Nickel, you could do it right now.
Oh, I'm available.
That's the problem. There's no standard.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could do it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, dude. And it's designed that way. It's designed that way. All of it's designed to suppress the fighter. You know how much of a fucking bummer it is to find out your favorite fighter is giving private lessons at LA fucking boxing? You know how much of it, they aren't around anymore. I just can't pull anything out of my ass. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how much of a bummer that is? You know how fucked up that is? Or your favorite boxer is working security at your favorite nightclub?
Dude, Pantoja was still driving Uber until he won the belt.
Yeah, man.
Mind you, UFC money should be he's in Brazil. That money should.
The dollar should go a long way.
Yeah. So the fact that he was still having to drive, can you imagine you're watching this guy on the weekend go for the belt, but he also drove you to the airport. It's kind of crazy.
Hopefully, give him a good tab. But and this isn't, again, nothing will be done, but this isn't a hard problem. This isn't something that would last very long. Notice even the MLB, they have TV rights. They have obligations to fulfill for contracts that they're banking on you guys not doing shit. That White House card, again, there's a reason those guys are on the card. I'm saying that's a reason why Strickland's not on the card. There's some outliers who will be like, I'm down. You just need one major guy to go, I'm down. You need that wild card who's going to be the face of this movement. They're out there. There's a guy. It might be Strickland. It might be somebody else. Colby Covington's speaking some shit now. There's got this disgruntled. Now, I can't emphasize, now's the time. I'm not the guy. I'm not a needle mover. I'm not the guy to help you guys out. I used to be. I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not involved in it. Now is the best time to do it. And I promise you, it wouldn't be a long, drawn-out thing. You're talking about Paramount, who's going to fucking take over HBO. You're talking about some big shit here, man. And the press you would get, and I'm telling you, Zuckerberg has no idea about fighter pay. He doesn't know how much a fucking carton of milk is, dude. He has no clue how much. He thinks that you guys are balling and you're going over his house, even though he's paying you probably 50 grand to roll around with him. He's like, I think that's normal. He doesn't fucking know. The people at the White House have no clue about this fighter pay. They assume you guys are all rich as fuck, just like the majority of the casuals do. The majority of the casuals see us on TV. They're like, that guy's rich. No, dude. I made more money in 1 year in podcasts than I did my entire career in the UFC.
It's like guys like Derek Moneyberg could pay you to come over his house and train him and legitimize a belt that he's never trained for. And
let's say Derek Moneyberg, whatever the fuck it is. Mm-hmm. Let's say he goes, you know what? Jiu-jitsu is fun. I accomplished that. I want to get into baseball. Cool. Try calling fucking Bobby Witt Jr. over to help you with your glove.
Aaron Judge does not need that money.
Ask Aaron Judge or ask fucking Freddie Freeman or Otani to come over and help you with your swing. You're not even getting a call back. But the UFC fighters, our very best, will go over and help Zuckerberg or Moneyberg because we need the money. And we're the baddest motherfuckers on the planet.
That's true.
And we're just all cool with it. Hey, White House, everybody, you're all cool with it?
And we saw with the Netflix thing and with the streaming thing, one little hiccup causes such a crazy ripple of events. Like, it took them, how long did it take for them to come out with Stranger Things? Because of that, how long it took them in that short span of just like being like, we're not going to do it.
Now's the time.
So that little thing that causes a big hiccup, even if it's just a short period of time. And especially right now, with the way that people have been talking about the Paramount deal and this and that, like, they need things to start going.
And Sugar's a gangster. Sugar didn't make it by just going along with the flow. I guarantee if I go, hey, Sugar, you know how you get paid like $4 million now? You're really worth about 10 or 12. You go, what the fuck? Yeah, if we do this, man, you probably get 12 million. I guarantee you, Sugar would be like, I'm in. Mm-hmm. Hey, Poton, I know you just signed that 8-fight deal and you're only probably going to fight twice. And they're just locking you up for life. That's what that is, right? And they're paying you, I don't know, let's say 8 million. You're probably really worth 20. What? Yeah, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They could do it. Now,
it's not like they don't have the money now. Like,
no, they have the money.
Before you could be like, oh, well,
they're more profitable than Amazon.
The Saudis again, and stuff like that. But you have billions of marketing dollars. You have billions of dollars.
You guys have all the money, and I want your money. It's so easy to figure out.
Yeah.
Now's the time. Again, I go on this whole rant. I've done this. I think I do it once a year. Nothing ever changes. I'll be long dead and gone before anything changes. I'm telling you guys, if there's one thing you take from the show, now would be the time. It won't be a long, painful process. They will figure it out so fast. Your pay will get instantly better because they have the means, they have the resources, they have to get it done. Now would be the time. If you do it around the White House card, all the press would be about you guys and you would have the support. There's nobody Maybe Donald Trump, maybe some of these big oligarchy, these billionaires, like, that's not right. Most people, the general person is going to go, man, they're getting how much? That's not right, man. And then it'd be the talk of the town. By talk of the town, I mean talk of the nation. And everyone would have your guys' back now.
Yeah, no one in their right mind would be like, you think you deserve more money to get punched in the head? Like, come on, look at what boxers get paid. Look at what PFL guys get paid. And you're in the biggest organization in the fastest growing sport.
There's literally not a single person getting defended either. Go to court. Go to court. Go and defend in a court of law. No, it would never get there. Dana knows that. Again, Dana's smarter than all of us. He'll outwit you. He'll fucking steamroll you. He's in the back of the fucking ship eating caviar. Now's the time.
Yeah. Now that he's not running the helm, kind of a good time.
Perfect time. And you got the White House guard. They just announced all these big numbered cards. If all the main events go, nah, we're cooking. It won't happen. This was fun to talk about, though.
You got a great point.
You want to just jump into fan questions since
yeah, but even Colby, we'll put a bow tie on it. Colby Kevin says fighters like Islam Makhachev or Ilia Topuria never speak out about fighter pay because they already make $5 to $10 million for every fight.
And that's just the reality.
But here's my point with all this. Yes, he's right. My point is they should be making double that. So if I go to Islam, but I have to talk to Ali. If I go to Ilya, but I got to talk to Ali, and I go, all right, what's his manager is not Ali. His guy was John's guy.
What are you talking about?
Ilya's manager.
Makikawa.
Yeah, who's been working with the UFC for a long time. But if you can get to the actual fighter and go, you make 5-10, that's cool, right? You're balling, man. You're actually worth like 20 to 25. That's what you should be paid.
Especially, it's not like they have to at the end of their contract have to like pay for their health insurance and pay for this and that. Like you got guys like who built the business who like Tito Ortiz is running a seafood restaurant in in Redondo Beach. Yeah. Like come on, man. Let them make their money now so they can have something to invest.
I buy parts on Facebook Marketplace. I buy car parts on Facebook Marketplace. Mm-hmm. I was top 10 in the world. If I'm top 10 in any other major sports, Facebook Marketplace, bitch. I start my own fucking franchise of car dealerships, like Elway, like these other fucking guys.
Yeah,
I'm buying tires on Facebook Marketplace.
I get what they're saying. Colby kind of has been letting it all loose ever since this whole White House guard thing.
He's been saying what I've been saying for 10 years. Again, this goes nowhere. This goes in the ecosystem. And most of, especially the hardcores watching us, like, all right, we get it. I know they hate when I talk about fighter pay because nothing happens, and I understand them. But I have to do this about once a year. Yeah. I won't speak about fighter pay after this.
It's like saying people in Congress shouldn't be able to bet in the stock market. They shouldn't be able to put money in the stock market. We could say it as much as we want, but Nancy Pelosi is still going to be making all her money.
Yeah. It is what it is. Todd Golden 2. Todd Golden the second. I love when guys are called the second. This is the boxing head who's telling me, he goes, the reason Zuffa Boxing is paying Ben $15 million for the fight is supply and demand. Boxers make more money because there are more promotions and it's the going rate. Zuffa has to pay up to sign these guys because if not, they get laughed out of the building. The monopoly, quote, the UFC has on MMA is the toxicity that keeps fighter pay down. Maybe Netflix can truly challenge this enough to scare the UFC into paying these guys a little more. Unlikely, however. Agree, it's not happening. Also, Dana simply would just ignore the commission issues if DC is true. Yeah, that's what I said, bud. I like this guy. He's fucking smart. Dana simply would just ignore the commission issues in DC if true. He did it before, correct. Maybe the Tony fight. Oh, he's talking about the Tony versus... Randy Couture fight because he didn't get sanctioned.
Oh, James Toney.
Yep. I can't remember who, but I remember the commission wouldn't sanction the fight for the title, and Dana told him to F off, and they told the fans, said fighter was in fact the champion. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you guys. This is a non-issue. Jay Bunnell. How long before we see the first UFC fighter cross into Zuffa boxing? And then he goes on about Zuffa boxing. It's not happening. Dustin, I knew this before too. Dustin Poirier alluded to it on the JRE with Rogan. He went to Dana, was like, yo, me and Nate want to fight. You got Zuffa boxing. Dana was like, absolutely not. I want to separate the two. I don't want this to be a mockery or a circus. It's actual boxers. So it's not happening. Joe _ Velasco _ 2 underscores.
Yeah.
Do you agree? Jiu-jitsu, ground game, and MMA isn't boring? Agree. Casual fans only think so because of weight classes. Originally, everyone fell in love with the idea of someone smaller being able to defeat someone bigger using ground techniques. When the UFC first hit the scene, he's referring to like Hoist Gracie. That was because it was new. We haven't seen anything. So it was like, holy shit, this guy's an alien.
Chemo.
Yep. Yeah. Casual fans love David versus Goliath fights when smaller guys were able to defeat bigger guys in jiu-jitsu. Those days are over, buddy, because now the bigger guys are black belts. Like Hoist was successful because no one knew what the fuck was going on. Mm-hmm. But now you have wrestlers who are aware of submissions and you're fucked. Over time, the spark has been lost. Fans only want to see knockouts when two fighters appear to be the same size. Yeah, I see what you're saying, brother, but the game's also evolved where legit you have big guys like myself, black belts, you have Frank Mir, big guys who know they're privy to the game. So the smaller guy, even if he is a black belt, it's just size does matter when they're both skilled in that respect of the sport. So if you have an elite black belt who's 135 pounds versus a normal black belt who's 205 pounds, that 205 guy is going to fuck him up.
Yeah, Tom Aspinall.
Fuck him up.
Mm-hmm.
That brings up, when you fought Roy Nelson, were you, because remember Roy was like decorated jiu-jitsu guy, right? So were you worried about his jiu-jitsu more or his striking?
Nope, he took me down. I got right at
So did you want it? Was that your game plan to do jiu-jitsu?
I was down for whatever. Yeah, I was comfortable. Hamzimmer 1510. Why are guys from Ryzen doing so well in the UFC like Yuri, Manuel Cape, Horiguchi, Tira? Is it because they have performed at big shows with 50,000 attendance? Same with KSW like Jan and DDP? Thanks. Yeah. So notice I will never say guys from Ryzen or KSW are going to struggle in the UFC. They're so much more battle tested than the Bellator guys. They just are. They're facing such good competition. They're basically, what they're doing is they're basically fighting in like I don't want to say it's the minors because it's even higher level than that, but to equivalent to baseball, they're in the minors facing guys who they're going to see in the pros. So they're facing such good competition coming up that when they get to the UFC, they're pretty battle tested and they assimilate and do really well right away. They do great because they're facing way tougher competition out there in Ryzen, out there at KSW, and most of the really good guys are from KSW, are from Ryzen, are from, like Patty was able to do well because he came up in that system over there. And was it Cage
Warriors?
Cage Warriors. Like Cage Warriors has great elite competition, so they're fighting really, really good guys when they're young. Bellator guys are not. Shadow Wukong. You often match up Conor with 155 like Patty and Max and Chandler. Yeah, but Conor is bigger now, correct, and has repeatedly stayed fighting at 170, which is why Carlos Prates was in conversation. So who would you match him up with? Welterweight is a tough division. Nate would have been the one at 70, right? The trilogy, but those days are so gone. At 70, again, the reason why I say Patty is because he's big. And you could do a catch weight at 70 for Patty. It doesn't really, but a Patty versus Conor fight could happen at any weight class and be massive. Mm-hmm. So I would be willing to bet Patty would fight at 70. He's so big. That's why I mentioned Patty. But I agree his fight's going to be at 170.
And Ireland versus England is just going to be, it's going to be great.
Numbies.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a hilarious meme. Mm-hmm. This was during COVID. April 17th, 2021 says, I wanted zombies. This fighter sucks. That's hilarious. Keep going down, Chad.
Oh, his name, though.
Last _ bomb. Talk about the fast car run that scared the shit out of you. It was scary. Oh, it was a Calvo Viper with 2,200 horsepower, 2,400 horsepower. Ugh. I like power. I take trucks. I have Hummers, 1,000 horsepower. That doesn't scare me. It's manageable somewhat. This Viper was so fast and scary. I went, okay, that's my limit. And he goes, you want to buy this? I go, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I would die in it. Yeah, no, it was too much. It was too much. It's too much. Awesome car, awesome engineering. Calvo, is the fucking Carroll Shelby of our time with Vipers. Everything he does is amazing. I went, oh, that's my limit. Oh, wow, you found it. That's it.
Someone commented on your video. They're like, when the face you made, they're like, that's the face of, sir, I have a wife and kids.
Yeah. That was the girl from Get in the Car.
Yeah.
That
was funny.
Yeah, I was so scared.
Face was hilarious.
I was so scared.
What was it? The actual 0 to 60 that scared you, or was it the whole drive?
The whole drive. Like, he got up to 170 in like 3 seconds. Boom, boom. And right before we go, hey man, have you crashed before? And he's like, oh yeah. Shows me a video of him like flipping over like 7 times. I was like,
oh, that guy, yeah. But I mean, so
I'd be like, get me out of this fucking car.
Yeah.
But do you feel like, obviously, when a car goes super fast or a truck goes super fast, 0 to 60, like, that G-force kind of feeling, and it freaks you out?
I talked about that. I'm like, dude, I see people when they get in fast cars, they get flung back in their seat. I'm like, I feel like it's some bitch shit, man. I think I should be good. He goes, oh, cool. Boom. I'm like, oh my God. I was so scared. So that's my limit.
I did a test drive with the Cybertruck. I know you hate electric, but I remember the guy was doing, he did the 0 to 60, and I fucking felt like, hey, stop. I just felt like saying, he stopped the fucking car because I felt like I was going to pass out.
Yeah.
Really?
It's that fast. Yeah, it's that fucking uncomfortable.
It's like, have you been on a roller coaster? Yeah. It's like that. Like,
but it's fun. The roller coaster is fun. But that shit was like, dude, you got to stop because this is like freaking me out.
Yeah, when I was younger, I'm like, yeah, give me more. But when you have kids, I'm like, I can't get like this, man. Like, if something happens, like, who knows? Like, a tire gets out, you hit a pothole. Like, dude, I can't.
That's in your head, too, yeah.
I can't get fucked up, dude. I got kids. I got to go home to baseball after this, dude.
And it's not like roller coasters. There's no other roller coasters on the track that you have to worry about crashing into because they're driving shitty.
Yeah, and there's no potholes or fucking dare or whatever.
Anything could happen, yeah.
Anything. That's for the first time in my life, I went, oh, that's my limit. Yeah, you found it.
Mm-hmm.
This is too much power for me. That sounds so gay, but this is my limit, sir. You found it.
We have a limit.
That's my limit.
We got a limit. Yeah.
Good question. Jordan Roberts _ that's my question for you. Tell me I didn't just make the best card. Where's my cut? Netflix. Darren Till versus Yoel Romero. Yeah, we said it last week, or I think on Monday. Darren Till should be on that Netflix card.
Oh, yeah, you wanted Darren for sure, yeah.
Yoel Romero, that'd be fun.
Yoel looked sick in RAF.
No doubt. Here's the problem. Again, it's in California, kids.
Yeah.
Are you going to try and tell me that Yoel Romero is not natural? Are you trying to tell me?
He's a Cuban experiment.
Are you trying to tell me that he's on gear? I'm not behind it.
It's in California.
He's been good, though, to pass tests.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Keep going down.
Oh, you want to say his name? I don't know what this is.
O_him. Question for Schaub. I prefer to call it the Big Brown Breakdown. Old school, baby.
I told you.
I heard you saying you could do fight. I heard you saying you couldn't do fight campaigns anymore. I would have thought there are plenty of fight adjacent potential guests who could get in on the show in Austin. You and Callan with former fighters is always fun. That's if Callan shows up. Great point. Callan's on the road damn near every weekend, so he can't do it. Yeah, I don't know. Like, the shop shows 3 times a week, including the fan questions on Sunday. So it's twice a week. Maybe some one-offs. I like to be home, though. Like, my kids watch it with me, my family, my mother-in-law, father-in-law. Like, I like to be home. There's only so much I can give. Would I like the views and the money? Yeah, of course. And I actually love doing it. But I have to have a balance. And for a long time, I didn't have a balance. And I do now, and I'm good. I'm cool. Like, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm good. I'm never gonna be fucking Rogan. I'm never gonna be fucking MMA guru as far as views and money, but I'm good, man. I have my trucks, my cars, my house is cool. My kids are fed. I'm cool. I'm good.
Anything more fun than hanging out with just your boys and being able to say whatever the fuck you want? Like
fight campaigns?
No, I'm saying in general, just like not on air and just.
Oh, I know.
Going off on.
Oh yeah, and I talk shit about guys and stuff. Like, some of that stuff's not for the air.
Me and Abby, we did he featured for me when I was in San Antonio, and we got to watch the fights and just have the green room alone with the opener and say whatever the fuck.
Oh, if you have
fucking.
Oh, if you think I have some hot takes on this, the shit I know and say, oh my god,
I've heard some of the shit you say.
Oh yeah, dude, it is fire. But I don't want problems, you know. Like I'm already regretting what I said about Sugar. Like we should probably edit that out.
I don't remember that one.
I don't think you say anything too crazy.
Yeah,
I said he's fucking Samuel L. Jackson from Django.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, what the?
But he's gonna hear it, and then the haters send it to him. I get it.
Yeah.
Then Sugar's like, "Fuck Schaub, man," blah blah blah. And then okay, you're gonna beat me up. There's that whole thing.
No, dude.
God damn it.
I get what you're saying. But also, that's something I can't wait to have kids because I bet you it's fucking dope to just watch the fights with your boys.
The best. And then Basti gets in his boxers and sets up the pillows and starts fighting. It's awesome.
That's got to be the best.
The best. The best. There's no amount of money that can, it's just not, there's no amount of money, dude.
I can't wait to have kids for that reason.
It's the best.
To be able to watch them wrestle, to be able to.
And then if a submission happens or a knockout, they ask me to show them how it was done. Like they love it.
That's so fun.
It's the best.
That's awesome.
If it's a really boring main event, they fall asleep. Like, all right, I get it.
Me too.
I get it. My bad. Michael Gunay. Do you think the UFC would benefit from cutting the roster in half and doing less shows? It seems back in the day, less was more. You didn't want to miss it. Yeah, but now it's a business. Now it's a business, and they have a quota to make. And that's the devil they're playing with, and that's why you're getting some of these watered-down cards. I get it from both ends. It also, on the other end, to defend the fighters, also gives fighters more opportunities to fight, and guys that maybe wouldn't have got a shot if there's only 12 cards. If there's 12 cards, dude, you're talking about elite of the elite. So that's one of the good things. The bad things is they're watered down, but you get more fights.
I have a quick little springboard off that question because you know how everyone knows at this point with comedy specials aren't special anymore. It's just someone doing their hour. Like there's no back in the day, I remember waiting for the Chris Rock special to drop, or like Dave Chappelle. Like no one really cares. It's just like, oh, I'm doing a little Netflix hour. It's not special anymore. Do you feel like that has bled into fighting a little bit?
It's bled into everything though. It's what's special anymore?
Yeah.
What's special? What's left? Some of the baseball World Series, it's pretty special. The NBA is not special. The NFL, Super Bowl, kind of. But
sideshows are almost more special now.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing really that we hold up as special anymore, especially comedy specials.
Yeah, comedy specials.
Fuck.
A lot of them are just money grabs. People like
it's a money grab. Yeah, that's it. Ola Silva _ Are you still under UFC contract? Would you ever entertain a comeback fight? I wouldn't pass a drug test, especially in California, but I'll fight in fucking Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or some shit, or Florida or Dallas. Am I still under contract? That's a good question. I don't know if it runs out. I know so when I retired, they just freeze your contract. They don't release you.
Do you remember how many fights you had left though, or no?
I think I had 2 left.
So you have to figure out
you got to you got to pay up. You got 2 fights left.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, if I don't know, especially with what they're dealing with now. Like, let's say Ryzen or KSW offered me a fight, or Cage Warriors. I don't know if I could take it. I got offered to fight do bare knuckle and game bred MMA, and no one said anything. Like, they weren't even like, are you sure you're a free agent? No one said shit. So I think I'm good.
It would be funny if they're like, hey, Brendan, you're still under contract and we got you Poton.
Yeah. Oh, they would do that. Oh, they're
like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, turns out Tom Aspinall can see now. Wait, what?
But what happens money-wise then? So if they stopped you from doing the actual fight.
Oh, I know. And I'm fighting for like 7-7. I fought
I don't know.
13 years ago.
No, I'm saying
money really sucked. Oh, yeah. So good deal for us. You're fighting Tom Aspinall and you're getting paid 8-8. Yeah, I don't know if it freezes. Does it freeze, or is there inflation? Like,
you should talk to your
Let me ask you a question.
Manager.
Would you do one fight and they let you do? You could wear your own shorts back in the. Remember before the Reebok deal?
Yeah, when I had all the sponsors.
You could have like Blue Chew sponsors.
Oh, I'd just have a bunch. I'd have like King Shocks, Toyo, Ram. I'd just have a bunch of car sponsors.
You do one more fight if
I just get knocked out, but I get free truck parts.
Would you do one?
I'd have Facebook Marketplace on my ass.
Would you do one more fight if they let you wear whatever shorts?
I'd do one more fight if they let me pick the opponent.
Yeah.
I mean,
Picking.
Cyril Gahn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the harder ones, I feel like.
I feel like his grappling's so bad.
Yeah.
And I question the heart. And again, so this would be my criteria. No drug testing, Cyril Gahn, and I can wear all the sponsors I want, and you got to pay me fucking good.
What about like a Tai Tuivasa or something like that?
they're homies, though. They're
Yeah,
cool.
I love Ty.
Yeah.
Derek Lewis, maybe?
That's my homie, too.
Yeah, he's kind of cool with it.
It's really hard.
So does Cyril Gahn. I'm not picking Cyril because he's easy. I'm picking Cyril because if you beat him, you're cooking.
Yeah.
That's fair.
He's like number 2 or number 1. He's fighting for the interim belt. Like, I don't want to fight like some schlub and then lose. Like, if I lose, like, Schaub's been off like 10 years. That was Cyril Gahn. Like, you want him to look the part too.
Sure.
And then if he went on to like be champ, like, damn, Schaub fucking almost beat him, dude.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's why I picked. I'm not picking Cyril because he's neat. Cyril's a fucking beast in his footwork. He's athletic. But if I get him down, he's fucked.
Brutal.
Yeah, he can fucking kick and punch. But you get him down, fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd have to go into like Hamzat and just be like off the whistle.
Oh, buddy. No. I would shoot from the locker room. Oh, buddy. It would be James Toney versus Randy Couture. It would be a fucking ankle pick. If that didn't work out, I'd go to my bag.
You do the fake glove touch and just shoot.
Like shoot. And they're like, oh, bullshit. I don't give a fuck. And I'd look like Brock Lesnar. If they're like, all right, we're not going to test. Oh, cool.
You're running all the gear.
Oh, my God. And I have 30 seconds of pure fury.
To a little EPO action if they're not checking.
Everything.
Mm-hmm.
James Muat. There's no any top UFC star. McGregor, Aspinall, Jones, Alex should sign another contract with the UFC. They fight out their contracts and make real money somewhere else. UFC is screwed. I don't know if they're screwed because you got to be a certain level of star. Those guys you mentioned are good references, but moving forward, those big, they don't create stars anymore. So I don't know if there's going to be a long-term avenue for that. But those guys you mentioned definitely should get out of their contract. Is that it, Chin? All right, that's it, kids. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for watching, especially this Friday episode. You guys, it means the world to me for making this what it is. Thank you for the fan questions. Make sure you tune in to JRE Live, 3 p.m. Central Time. We're doing a fight companion with myself, Joey Diaz, Joseph Rogan. The boys are out for the UFC London card. Enjoy the card. If you're a casual, hopefully I sold you a little bit on it. Fighters, told you what to do. You're not going to do shit. But that's it. I'm out. Love you.
Real quick, too, for fan questions, people always message me as well. They don't know where to send it. So just go to your Instagram
just DM
page,
me.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
if you
it.
follow
DM Brendan.
me, just DM. I post on Mondays and usually on Wednesdays or Thursday. Well, on Wednesdays. I post on Mondays and Wednesdays on my story.
So on Brendan's story, just
on my story only.
Reply to
I
his
could post
stories.
it to the wall.
To the wall.
Yeah, you should.
To the window, to the wall. No, to my DM
right.
me. DM me your questions. That's where I see them. I see them. Trust me, I see them.
All right.
All right, kids, that's it.